Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back. Episode 5, Soundsponge Radio. My name is 10th member, the homies.
Kim Beats.
Jay Styles, call me Jeff, man. We fam.
Our homie Flex, our brother, is gone for the night. He is out getting the bag, making some major moves for Paragon City Studios. So shout out to him. Congratulations.
Shout out
to him.
Paragon City Studios.
Yeah. Excited to lay down some projects there. And, congratulations again to our brother, man. A little golf clap to that real one time. My friend.
I saw a picture of Paragon. It looked dope.
Yo, it's looking sick so far.
Looks
He's
crazy
been doing the
already.
painting. And that's just like the base space, man. Like, he's got so many ideas. It's crazy, man. I'm really, really excited.
No pun,
local
it'll take your
artists.
breath away.
Yo, for real.
Yeah, once you hear this Flex, invite me over.
Yeah, when you painting,
I already got
painting
an
your
invite,
life.
bro.
Yeah, man.
Take your breath away.
Young Basquiat
Come on,
mode, man.
man.
He's falling asleep in there and shit. He's a fool. Gotta get him a Casper Lounger.
Yeah, we gotta get him a
no
better
sponsor,
mask.
but Casper, go ahead and hook me up, bro.
For real.
Yo, how's everybody been this week, though, man?
Like,
It's been a chill week. Yeah, just working away, man. I mean, happy Halloween to you guys. I'm excited to be here.
Yo,
Talk
this
about a couple of albums.
duds.
Couple of
whoa.
yeah, I wasn't gonna give the
No,
adjective.
I'm just kidding.
You
I'm
know,
just kidding.
some mids.
Maybe.
Some mids.
Yo, tomorrow's supposed to be what they say. It's a blue moon, the first one that will be able to be seen everywhere for the first time in like 76 years.
Did you
or some
see
shit.
the
Of
moon?
course, it's 2020.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is fucking wild driving over here.
They say the energy's supposed to be crazy.
Well, the energy.
And I quote from something I read. From something I read. Life-changing,
Google
pivotal
astrology.
energy.
No.
That's really weird to say.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm like, that's great. Right before the election.
Yeah, right.
Life-changing shit.
Life shit.
Yeah,
2020. I mean, it's already been an eventful year.
I
say no-
know,
say
man.
the least.
2020 has been crazy.
I was looking at the
already.
moon. It did look pretty wild, though. Like the last couple weeks, it's weird. I've just been noticing the moon, and I've been tripping.
I mean, I'm not on some hippie-ish vibes, but I mean, the moon does like affect the currents and the waves and things like that. So, and we're like what, 90% water?
Mhm.
Why wouldn't it affect living things?
I guess
That
that's
sense.
true. Amen to that.
Change up your energy, man.
Yo, I mean, like, so my friend texted me and was like, make sure you're safe on Saturday. Lock the doors and get in.
Are you talking about
once
some
it's
weird
super
shit?
dark. No, it didn't scare me, but I was like, damn, it's gonna be crazy out there like that.
I'm
It's
thinking,
aliens, bro. Aliens.
Yo, man, I mean, there has been a big increase in violence lately, man, and that's been really sad. So, like, everybody, please be safe out there, no matter the situation, no matter what the occurrence. Like, please be safe, man. I'm not just talking about police brutality right now. There's been like a lot of really crazy things happening, even in Portland. Like,
yeah.
and everybody be safe this weekend for real. I don't usually like to talk about politics, man, but it's related to hip hop. You guys see, man, the Wayne thing? That's breaking a lot of people's hearts. But realistically, is it that crazy? Or, and I hate to be like rude or like that surprising. He's always been like,
Yep.
you guys remember that interview a long time ago, a couple years ago, way before all the pivotal stuff happening this year, when he was asked about Black Lives Matter, and he was like, my life matters. Like, straight up, like, that broke my heart. That was really a crushing moment for me, just because I was like, damn, man, you're that disconnected. You don't care about anybody. Like, you really don't care about anybody. So, like, it's not the most surprising thing, sadly.
It wasn't the most surprising. I do think that when Wayne said it, like, he kind of, I feel it's like sometimes being the empathetic person is very much taking the high road in this. And some people might say I shouldn't take the high road on this, but I mean, if you come from where he came from, he shot himself like an idiot, had a Caucasian cop save his life. And he's like, a cop saved my life. So that was his thing growing up. Like, he's not really like, cops aren't bad people. It's like, well, and I'm not saying all cops are bad people. You know what I mean? There's just some stuff and that's going on right now. And it's I will say it hurt me. Oh gosh, I want to know it hurt me. It shocked me more than it did when Ye said it.
Yeah.
I'll agree to that. It
Yo,
didn't- Wayne for sure. This I saw this coming. He said that shit a couple years ago, and I heard that.
There's something I wanted to talk about actually is like, and I don't know, I didn't really know how to word this, but like, when did hip hop start picking sides. Like I remember back in the day, and like what I mean, it used to just always be like, "Hey, fuck the system," and like now it's crazy. And I'm not saying this in a negative way. I'm just saying this just to pick you guys' brains. Like it's crazy now because now hip hop artists are idols. They're like gods, you know, just like certain ones. The
Certain
kids,
rock stars, yeah.
like, you know, like for like the hype heads, like Travis Scott is like a fucking god to them. Like they look up to him as a fashion icon, as a music icon, all these things. So like, you know, if he was like, if he came out and was like, "Hey yo, vote so and so," he's influencing a certain wave.
Huge wave.
And that's crazy because back in the day, hip hop artists weren't really on that shit. Like and like,
That's why
you know, they might be a little bit, but like back in the day, it used to just be like, "Yo, the system corrupt," and like, honestly, it still fucking is to me. You know what I mean? It still fucking is. Like, really, it's not even about, you know, all the issues that have been put in the spotlight in 2020. It's about a much bigger picture.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of shit going on under the belly of America that really needs to be fixed.
I mean, when I'm paying some, like, you know, not just me, but everyone's tax paying money, you know what I mean? Being someone of color, I'm not saying you have to be someone of color to feel this way, but if a cop's driving behind me, even though I know I'm not doing anything fucking wrong, excuse my word, I don't know if you guys, even though I know I'm doing nothing wrong, I still feel a type of way, like, be on your best behavior.
You shouldn't feel
you know
nervous.
what I mean? Be best behavior.
You
Be
shouldn't
nervous.
feel that way.
Why? It should be the complete opposite. I should feel safe that if
Exactly.
something stupid happens around me, I have a cop right behind
Well,
me.
isn't that crazy though? It's not even just that. It's like the whole. That's what I mean. Like the whole system makes you nervous. It's like, damn, bro, I don't want to get IRS on my back. I don't want to get audited. You know, for instance, things like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, man. They always just hounding.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, when the fuck did it get so stressful? To just, you know what I mean? like about on every corner, the DMV is stressful. A fucking ticket is stressful. Like anything having to do with like dealing with the higher ups of the country has turned to a really stressful energy.
Yeah.
And like that's a huge problem in itself too. Is like
The
the whole
society we're in.
society doesn't even trust the powers that be.
Yeah.
You know, as far as legalities and justice goes and all that. So there's just a huge gap. But that's what's crazy is that hip hop used to kind of be in that gap and kind of in that gray area of like, hey yo, they're not there for us, we're not there for them, type of thing. And
It's a disconnect.
and it was a disconnect. But now hip hop is so fucking profitable. You got Joe Biden wanting to do fucking rounds with Cardi B and
They got Weezy, we got Jeezy.
That's
I mean,
what I
you
mean.
never,
They're
you
like,
never saw NWA
I
put
got-
out some shoes and like everyone buy those shoes or some
yeah,
shit like
yo,
that like back then. I mean, I would
would have
say
fucked with the Yeezys.
right,
Yo,
the Yeezys,
shit.
Yeezys, bro, the
Adidas
Yeezys.
Yeezys. Oh my gosh.
Some easy
Make
chucks.
those go
They're like,
viral.
hey
I mean,
man, you get the easy lows. I'm like, bro.
I mean, for real, I
day.
think that, I mean, around that time, I feel like that's when maybe hip hop or rap or maybe was kind of taking sides, like F the police kind of movement. That was kind of a huge
Yeah,
thing.
I mean,
like,
that was like politics in a different type of way, absolutely. But it just is crazy because now specifically, you know, and it's not, like I said, it's not a bad thing. It's more so like, whoa, look at how much has changed in the landscape of not just hip hop, but like America itself and globally. Is like, now these people are important to the whole world. Like, people want to know. People are like, oh shit, what's Kanye thinking? What's Jay-Z thinking? You know, what's everybody thinking? You know, and that's really
Where's
crazy
Ja?
to see. For real. Like, hey man, hey, who's Ja voting for? Like,
They said it
I mean,
best,
social
man.
media is a huge thing.
absolutely, it is. It's way crazy.
It's,
We know
it's
people.
exposure
We know people so
to
differently
everyone's
now.
life at any given time,
Yep.
any day. It's just
Constant news just being
constant
fed.
feed. It was never
Information.
like that. I'm lucky to be in the generation of the Razr flip phones evolving into an iPhone where I can just FaceTime my mom or you or whenever, you know.
Yo,
So,
yeah, I could be in Japan.
it's crazy.
And if you were like, hey, you awake, man?
Like,
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, bro, hit me.
You have to
A lot of things are
filter.
coming to light
No
in
lag.
2020, bro.
Yeah,
A lot of things.
You got to learn to filter your own information. I remember my mom, like, who watches the news constantly. Like, when I'm like, man, mom, just turn off the news just for 1 second. You know what I mean? Constantly going on. And she's like, finally was like, Jeff, why are they saying they're burning down Portland? It's not burning down.
Ugh.
And I'm not, and you know what I mean? She doesn't believe everything, but it was weird for her to finally question the news like 50 years in our life. Like,
Fake news.
why is that? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Mom, this is a crazy thing. You have to do that with every piece of information now.
Yeah, they control everything, man.
You have to source your sources.
There's all kinds of narratives. Like, see with your own eyes.
Yeah, see with your own
See it
eyes.
with your own eyes. Obviously, we can't see everything with our own eyes.
But yeah, so there has to be some sort of trust. But when you don't trust certain things, it gets weird, man.
It's crazy. You got to find your own vine. You know what I mean? That's why sometimes it's like, you know, I've had conversations with homies who aren't in Portland, for instance, and they'll be like, yo, man, what's your experience in Portland actually like?
Yeah.
Are you safe?
Like,
I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
It's just
I
weird
am.
here, bro.
Like, things are different,
Yeah.
but like, it's not what the news is reporting nationally. Like, the headlines that the news are showing are insane, like making it sound like we're living in fucking Fallout. It's just
Like I saw a meme the other day, and it's funny. It's like memes are so hot in 2020. That's the one thing I will say is
Who
stay
knew?
hot.
I knew like 8 years ago that memes would be like such a main source of fucking information.
The science behind it, man. It's just the amount of attention that people have. Like, that's all you need to really do it. It's down to a science. It's crazy. And it was your phone being on mute. Like, I have such bad trust issues. I don't even trust that. It was like the mute symbol.
You're like, fuck you.
Like the Zoom. Like, even on Zoom, like if it's on mute, I'm like, am I really on mute? You know
I'm
what I
still
mean?
quiet as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Just in case.
They can just read your lips.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Yep.
You don't have that bad trust issues. But back to hip hop and choosing sides, I really think that it became this divide when you have this culture that's so money hungry and it's get your bag, man. Just get your bag no matter what, at all costs. And then when something you say, you get to a point where something you say like can really just fuck up the bag. People don't want to talk about that, man.
yo,
And there's some people,
controversy is money.
exactly. And there's some people that literally are on the, that's where you get the divide. We're like, you know what? I'm comfortable. Why would I have to do this?
Yeah.
Or they're so ignorance is bliss in the point where like, you really like, with ignorance being bliss, like you're so rich to the point where you can like help so many people, but you fuck up your bag or fuck up all these other things like that. You don't care about those other people. You don't understand the ripples that you're doing, and you're ignorant to the fact. Like with these billionaires, you think about it, why is anybody on earth hungry?
It's
Makes
crazy.
no sense. I don't think an empathetic human being or somebody of that, because they're people, most billionaires are geniuses in
Yeah.
one way, shape,
yeah.
or form. A genius must be so disconnected or not that empathetic to realize, and mind you, I'm not a billionaire, so I'm not in there, so I don't know the underlayings of everything. But to me, if you have the power to just be like, look, I'm gonna get clean water for everyone. I'm gonna give, no one should go hungry. You know what I mean? Like there should be a standard for schools and stuff like that, and they have the money to do it. Why aren't they doing it? Like,
You know that they say that 25% of like major CEOs and people in power positions like that are like sociopaths. On some,
Makes sense,
on some,
though.
like Patrick Bateman shit.
Oh, I
But, like,
don't doubt
it's
it.
the power, and then like the moving forward,
yeah,
and like the conquering, and all the business moves like that keep them satisfied. Same with like surgeons, like emergency surgeons.
yeah.
They get their fix, like
Like,
having that
look at
sense of
me.
power and
Yeah.
saving people's lives, but like also doing that, like,
Yeah.
and it kind of saves them from not becoming people like
It's
that,
so
like
true,
murderers and shit. Like,
exactly.
That's sketch.
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
Really
Yeah.
weird to think about, though.
it's really
Yeah.
crazy. It like, man, like you said with the billionaires, man. If every billionaire gave 1 billion, their entire life wouldn't change at all. Bezos makes like what 1.2 or some shit like that, like every 15 seconds or some shit like that. If they gave 1 billion each, everyone on Earth would be able to
It would just
not starve. And
Mhm.
I know obviously it wouldn't change. Like that's the thing that people don't talk about is the after.
the ripples.
Is that like it wouldn't save the world forever because like humans are just naturally fucking crazy, and that's something
Yeah.
we could talk about on a whole other
Yeah.
tangent. Like humans, just the nature of humans.
Yeah.
Some of our animal instincts and like territorial instincts and things like that, like it's shown through time and through history that we can't even learn from the cycle of the past. Like
Yeah, yeah.
we're doomed to relive it because we're just creatures of habit, and like it doesn't matter if you save us once, we continuously gonna need saving.
Hip hop is, I think,
I like how you laugh.
that's how they divide. But it's true.
yeah.
hip hop, I think that's where the division was. Is like when you had to start choosing sides. It's like, am I woke enough? And you can never be more woke than some other people. You know what I mean? But like, so like even the people that are woke still get, quote unquote woke, still get ragged on for not being woke enough or feeling like they're not doing things the right way and things of that nature. So I do believe that
Your third eye is blind, my friend.
yeah, they're split, because I get it, man. You work your whole life. Like, imagine coming from like a, just poverty, and you're like, man, you have enough money to feed your family, your friends. You're not gonna fuck that up. You know what I mean? Like, someone's got to pay the bills, man. Like, you don't want to be the one to fuck that up.
So you think Wayne's like just hella money hungry right now? He's like, you know what? Ain't no one ever fuck with truck fit. I don't see any of my fucking niggas fucking truck fit. Maybe the Trump homies will really be into this brand.
No, I think he's just disconnected. Just doesn't understand. I mean, there's some people, like, there's some geniuses that I think are disconnected. And mind you, I know Elon Musk is a really weird gentleman. There's like things you can throw in my face and be like, why do you even talk about Elon in this light? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I mean, he did talk about, like, when he was selling most of his material possessions and things of that nature. And they're like, well, why are you selling most of your houses? Why are you doing this? It's like, well, if I wanted to, I have the money to make my house to every specific thing, like, and walk into a room, it'll be the temperature I want, the color I want, the lights, like, you know what I mean? Make it perfect. Spend all that time. He's like,
quote unquote, perfect.
Yeah, perfect. But why spend the time doing that when I can get us to Mars? Like, it's a whole nother level. His level of thinking is like, I'm here trying to get people to Mars because Earth is fucked. You know what I mean? Like, it, and some people's thoughts are so deep into that he's probably so disconnected. Like,
well, you guys heard about the doom clock, the doomsday clock?
oh yeah, over New York.
Oh, that shit is. Oh man, that's the wrong word to use, I guess. But aesthetically, super dope. Not
like when it's irreversible. Yeah, I know.
I mean, yeah, it's super dope on the side of the building with the top with the doomsday clock though. Like, it is scary though.
This year and a couple years, like, how bad things can get.
I think it's overlaying with the pandemic. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
this is just the social part of it, that the government, don't come after me if you guys hear this, because they're all just 50 old white guys. It makes sense that they're sociopaths because they've been doing the same job for 50 years, back when slavery, or 100 years, when slavery was fucking legal. Like,
I mean, it's the same thing I feel like in hip hop. Like, power is such a crazy thing to juggle. Like, we see some people do it really well, and we see some people do it not so fucking well.
Yep.
And like, even people that, like, controversy is money, dude. Like it's funny because people hate on Diddy and they're always like, how's he fucking famous, or how is he still winning, or like X, Y, and Z, how did he make it so far and Biggie's dead, or whatever people want to say about him. It's like, he's in your mouth, I'm talking about him. Like, he's living in your head still.
Got headspace.
He's got headspace. And like, that becomes views, that becomes sales. Even if people are checking out an album, that's something I think people don't think about it. It's like, even if you're checking out an album, you still checked it out. You still gave them a fucking stream. And in this day and age, it's easier than ever to check out an album. So like, controversy sells too now in hip hop. Yeah. So like, and I'm not saying, oh, Wayne said that shit because he's got an album coming, but like, it'd be a good time. It'd be a good you say some shit about Trump and then he's like, oh, by the way, no ceilings, part fucking 11.
7.
Like,
I really think this pandemic is really, I mean, like, are we gonna go through something like this again, like in our generation, our lifetime? Like, who knows?
I mean, shit, no, if we don't fucking get shit straight with the doomsday clock.
I mean, my favorite theory behind everything going on in 2020 is that there's a time traveler trying to fix it, and he keeps just fucking up another thing because it's a butterfly effect.
He's like, bro, you killed Kobe now.
It's like, oh, shit. But I had to kill Kobe, so now what I have to do is, oh man, now there's killer hornets. Oh shit.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? And he's coming
damn
back.
It.
You know what I mean?
COVID. They're just like, bro, please stop. Like,
yes.
You really ruined it.
You really ruined it, and it's probably the Simpsons writer. So.
You better get it right, time traveler.
Whoa, shit.
These are mad controversies, and we can talk conspiracies all night,
all day. But let's talk about things that are actually happening.
We do have an election. Go vote.
Yes, make sure you go vote.
Go vote, man.
Everybody get your vote in here.
Yes.
Shit, you get your vote in, Nick?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good.
I did mine a while ago.
Yeah. I got
Indeed.
mine.
Ooh,
yeah.
you're ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Oh, I voted early.
Yeah,
I'm not,
voted
I
early.
didn't vote fast enough for
Y'all
you.
bums
was
need to go and
hella
vote
late.
because I
I'm
voted
sorry.
early.
Well, besides politics and the state of the world, we all know things are fucked, but we come here to kind of release that. So let's talk about good things, which sadly not as many good things as I wanted there to be musically this week. But Tyler $sign dropped his album this week. Joyner dropped his album this week. That Hoodie Weather single came out for Marlon. We got a Kendrick verse that was wild. We got and we also got, what is it, Four Things with Hit Boy, Sean, and fucking Freddie. Did you catch that, Jeff? We were just bumping that. Oh my gosh, bro, it's so crazy. I need a Hit Boy
and Freddie Gibbs album
ASAP, bro.
You need to Hit Boy every album now.
Man, I mean,
Hit Boy all
I guess if
year.
he's gonna stay like this,
And
yeah,
he's gonna keep this year going. He's gonna end this year.
yeah, he's going strong as
2020
as
is a
fuck.
good year for him.
Absolutely, bro. He is unaffected.
Probably like the run of the year for a producer that I've in recent memory.
Or Kenny and people. I
He
think
took
people
the first half
under
of this year. For
yeah
sure.
he took the first half of this year, and people are really undermining like the things that he did with like the cave.
He's
and
been
then
doing his shit on
Twitch. He's
stream.
fucking Twitch king, bro.
He gets like 3K viewers. I mean, like more than that. Like constantly. I mean, his community is dope. His Discord. I've been in his Discord. I've been a sub before.
Yeah, he's hooking people up with jobs and shit, and like giving people opportunities, real opportunities through there and shit. It's a real ass community. Like they're really doing things on there. It's not a waste of time to spend time watching his Twitch.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, you learn.
And that's
He,
all
he
better
does
than-
not leak new music on there either.
He does all the time, bro.
He
So-
does- He does not do that.
So
Nah, he does.
With Twitch, is 3K good for producers? Is 3.5K
3K is good for anybody live.
Okay.
Yeah,
At the
I
moment,
mean,
like active in the moment.
Because I
2020 is a
personally
new
use-
wave. I mean, producers, artists,
I've been using it,
musicians. I mean, going on Twitch and
I
streaming
mean,
their stuff is.
If you're rocking even, I think 20 people live while you're live streaming making beats, you're rocking a cool crowd
Okay.
because people drop in
That's
and
a
out
perfect-
so
yeah.
so quickly. But
because making beats is a
I mean, I've
progress.
seen him with like in the double digits almost, like with like people just going crazy like during primetime streaming hours,
Yeah.
like and during his competition hours.
Well, that makes me think like, man, we got some numbers to beat, man. Because I started using Twitch to really watch video games, and
That's what it originated
some of these
with.
streamers are getting like 10K viewers. So I'm sitting here like, man,
it's
if
just
you get
like OnlyFans.
so we got
man.
like we're out. We got some numbers. to
these
hit,
girls
guys.
be going on Twitch.
Like
never
there's
mind.
still room to go up. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
That's
a lot of room to
awesome
go
in
up.
here. That's awesome.
Yo, but
I'm not downplaying like, oh, you got 3K viewers. I'm saying like, I'm trying to get an average. You know what I mean? Because I don't have that. I don't stream that many producers. Because if I'm on Twitch, I'm not gonna lie, I'm watching video games.
I'll put
Yeah,
you on
I
to
only
some
watch-
good streams,
I mean,
bro.
Boss-
Absolutely. Even or
Boss,
like I don't know, Kenny and Stolen
um,
Drums really are my favorite two streams, like for real. But like like
Illmind
mixed
streams
by
those.
Ali and stuff be streaming too, on TDE, like going through his mixing process, and like Alex Toomey is on there sometimes, and there's like some really insightful dudes on there, really just giving it up, like being like the fucking sauce if you're patient enough to watch. And, like I really love that. That's the great thing I've seen about the pandemic is like people have really revamped and found new ways to be artists, new ways to level up artistically. I think that's really we've been seeing that even with major artists, man. There's been like 4 fucking albums a week, man. There's a new Atmosphere album. There's a new Common album I had no idea about. The Busta album just dropped. Like, it's another heavy plate. I'm trying to introduce these motherfucking fun topics, man, but we don't even got time. We just got so much music to talk about.
Yeah, man, we got heavy ass plates, and I'm all for it.
I'm all for
I
it.
wish we had more time to dive in and kind of cater the food to y'all, but it's weird.
Hey, man, it's true. But speaking of music, man, let's get into it this week. I guess probably the biggest drop would be this Ty Dolla $ign album. The Joyner album kind of hit me by surprise because his last project, he dropped a music video like every other month for like a fucking year before he dropped it. So I thought,
ADHD?
yeah, I thought there'd be much bigger hype or anticipation kind of given for it, but I guess not. So here's the Joyner album. But let's talk about the Ty album first. That featuring Ty Dolla $ign. Talk about the most appropriate name ever.
Yeah,
And I don't
Definitely.
I don't mean this in a forgettable way. Ty has always been a really amazing feature artist to me.
He knows
Yeah.
that though. I mean,
Yeah.
That's why
like
he
put that.
he's aware of it.
I mean, but not in the bad way, but like that's crazy. That's crazy to master that because you know who that reminds me of, and not at all sonically, but fucking Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
Nate Dogg was the featured king.
No, that was really odd because I was gonna bring that up, and that was my comparison. It's just like, and I kind of stole that from one of my friends because I was like, dude, that's so true. It's just he is the modern day Nate Dogg, and you got to think he's been around for a long time. Like,
Long time.
and he's from the West Coast. He's got the voice. He doesn't have like the craziest voice, but it just goes with everything. You know what I mean?
buttery, bro.
It's buttery. Like same with Nate. You know what I mean? He could just be on anything. Like I'm fly. You know what I mean? And then
Literally, I
man.
could see him on anything. I could see him on a 3-6 track. I
Yeah.
could see him on a Jermaine Dupri track. I could see him on a Griselda track.
Yeah.
If he was still alive.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
could
he
see
could
him on
spit
anything,
too.
bro.
He could spit.
And with
A little
Ty,
bit.
it's just it's crazy, man. He's 38.
What?
Yeah, he's getting up there.
He's 38.
He's been in
Talking
the
about the things
scene
he's
for a
talking
minute.
about.
but that made me think. Cause like what wasn't like or not in 2013 or something.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
only...
I guess so.
So he was 21 at that time. Think about that, or 31 at that
Whoa.
time.
Yeah, I was gonna
Whoa.
say 31.
He was
not-
31 at that time when or not. So like at that time you're like, damn, you know. And I don't know, I'm not the heaviest Ty fan, but that's really when I first heard him. I was like, oh damn.
I like that song a lot.
Oh no.
I like that song a lot, but it's always that's on the list of like when I play it, I'm like, anybody around me right now?
Yeah.
because I'm like, this song is.
They're gonna
fucking-
think I'm a freaky guy.
Maybe I'm on the way.
It's the thing about the young dollar sign.
He's a fool, man, but he's got the melodies
I'm
like that.
sliding it like Nelly. Okay.
But then you
Oh
have
my
songs like
gosh.
Real Friends. You know what I mean? Like he killed it. Like like when I heard him sing on Real Friends on that fucking Life of Bob album, I was like, damn, that's a real
Dude,
soulful.
yeah. He's got a
Real
song called
friend.
Stand For. I really like that song too.
I love how he's Taylor Gang, but he like makes
I
like
had
no music with Wiz.
I'm not a crazy
Like,
follower
no.
of that clique, so I won't lie. I had no idea, and that was really cool
I
to
mean,
find
it's
out. I
just
found out
Wiz.
this album. It's like Wiz and like Chevy Woods.
Chevy, yeah.
You know, and like Purple Emoji with Cole. Like I have always liked Ty, and I'm not a huge Post Malone fan, but he killed it on Psycho, man. That's why I was like, man, there's another Post, and
What do you
I
think
love
about
that
that song?
it's alright.
Spicy?
It's alright.
Wasn't my favorite song, but
You know,
it was a
I
good
almost
song.
felt like he should have had somebody other than Post on that song.
That was the
What?
radio
I
vibe.
feel like he really embodied. I feel like the song like hella embodies the vibe of the album because
Oh, we went right into
it
it.
like sounds like Ty's a guest on Post Malone's song.
That's what it felt like
But,
on
like,
every song.
You know,
No, but is
But
that
it
a,
was good. It was good. He did it short and sweet. I like the album.
I don't know. I got some things
it's
to
crazy.
say.
It's 25 songs long, though.
I got
That's why people
5
say
pages of notes, fam.
But it's an hour long. So compared to the Joyner album, which is like 13, and it's 45 minutes long. You know, it's really odd. Like
the songs aren't that long.
they're not long. The 6 track, I know you got hella notes. The 6 track 6,
With
like
Anderson?
yeah, with Anderson, yay. That's only like 2 minutes and 15 seconds. I'm like, how did you get
God,
that
I
many
wanted that
people
song
together?
to be long.
That's one of the best
Yeah.
songs on the album.
And that
honestly,
is-
that's
I think
kind
that's
of
my favorite one.
that's kind of
besides-
the highlight. I want to know if Kanye made that beat. The
Maybe.
transition is fucking amazing. It kind of gives me that like no parties in LA vibe,
Yeah.
or
Oh,
like
for sure.
and the switch up when Anderson comes up is like honestly
Pat kills
it's kind of fucked up because he's another singer on another singer's album. Honestly, kind of the album highlight for me. Like when he came in, I was like, oh shit.
I fuck with Anderson.
What the fuck is going on?
What kind of upset me was I just could go top to bottom on this. It was after like
Yeah,
from
let's
the
run
intro.
it from the top.
So
Starting from that intro.
Temptations. I'm gonna jump to that. Oh, you have something to say about the intro? Go ahead.
Hated the intro. Bro, I don't know what it is, but skits.
You have to have good intros.
Skits are not even just intros, skits and like speeches and like, I don't know. I even said it's a skill brag. It has no effect if it's not good. And like, it just was a waste of fucking airtime in the beginning for me. I was like, where they were like, play every instrument. He can, da da da. I was like, okay, that's tight. It is tight. I'm not downplaying that at all. That's incredible. And also that's something that I think I've always recognized in Ty is that he is a really talented fucking dude.
Yeah.
Like really fucking talented. But that song that intro was terrible. But then it goes into Status. And that song I really liked. It reminded me of like Travis Scott if he could sing.
Yeah.
Like really if he could like actually sing. It's like space is cool.
With the album, I don't think it needed an intro.
Not at all.
Right there. But the last skits, like intro stuff, I really liked was Ye's, college lineup.
Yeah,
Fucking
that's
Bernie
what I
Mac,
mean.
And
It's-
you have, even like when on my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, like the only skit he really had wasn't even a skit. It was at the end of that song, like Easy Taught Me with fucking
That was
Chris Rock.
so good, bro.
You know what I mean?
Kanye's
Forgot
the
about
skit
that.
master, bro. We broke,
But
broke.
yeah, you know what I
We ain't got it.
Yay. That's what I'm saying. Like
His skits were
those
always
skits were
funny.
so good.
Best, bro. Golden. Like that's a mood. These don't do anything to me.
That's exactly.
Like I'm literally
I'm
like
with you.
I'm just sitting there and I'm like, all right, say that. Like
Almost as bad as Joyner's skits.
But
we'll
I will.
get to that.
We'll get to that. I will say the last skit I did, or the little intro, was damn.
I actually really liked. I
I
did.
like that because when it went into DNA, it made it a whole nother song to me. Because you put those two together.
Yeah, they did a good job with that. I think that's what I mean.
Oh, Kenny.
It's gotta have a vibe. Like
Yeah.
I remember listening to that, and then when it gets into that, I don't give a fuck. Like I was like, what? I was like, oh shit, dog, that shit, dog.
That.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's like
I'm
how they
gonna
played it
die
at the
for this shit.
concert.
I'm
I
gonna
feel
die
like
for
type
this
shit.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
It has to just fit the whole.
Status was cool. It did sound like a fucking Travis song, but that bounce was crazy, bro. I was like, okay, and like right away, I was bobbing my head to that shit. I was like, this is hope. I was like, hopefully this is it.
This
Like,
is gonna be a
I'm
good ass
not
album.
crazy about I'm not really crazy about a lot of trap music either, but that was like it just had a bop to it. And then right after that goes right into what that song Temptations.
Temptations. What's crazy is I was like, why didn't you just ask Travis about fucking Cuddy hums? Because he mastered that.
Bro, I'm not gonna
And
lie, I really
fucking
didn't like the Cuddy verse.
Me either, but like the hums that Cuddy has.
So
like,
he's revving up for Man on the Moon 3. I hope he's getting his hums ready.
I mean,
I
but
think
my
he's gonna
beautiful.
get his hums
I need some really good. Whoa.
Yeah,
No.
Birds in the Trap like had the best Cuddy hums in a long ass time. You know what I mean? And that's funny that you said Status sounded like a Travis song because it's just like, why didn't you just ask Travis what he did with those? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
And not to mention, you already had Ye working on the album. Why didn't you get Ye to fucking produce that song?
Yo, man.
Not saying the beat wasn't hot,
He's
but
too
I'm like,
he's too busy on Twitter, man.
You think the album sounded rushed? Or
no, not at all.
You don't think so?
I-
You think
I-
it sounds polished?
I think this was on purpose. This was coordinated, and he wanted it
Yo,
to sound
I just
like,
thought it was okay. So I think that SZA or like Gina Aiko or like even Big Sean again would have been a dope fit for Temptations. I think it would have took it to that next level.
yeah. If it would have been, I mean, he just did a SZA song. You know what I mean? If you had SZA at that,
Yeah,
Temptations.
I don't even think that a lot of the notes that I have on the album, I don't even think that they're really bad. I think they're more so like I really anticipated like a knockout. Like I expected every song to be like, yo, I'm gonna just play this album on repeat, and like a lot of it is very passable in that sense that even though I like Status, like if I think of that vibe, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna play Birds.
Yeah.
Like even though this song is dope, I don't have a Travis Scott playlist or a like It's Lit playlist. But if I did, like this song would be on it, I guess. But also, I'm probably just gonna listen to Travis.
Yeah,
Temptations, and that's what I mean. There's this bar, and it sounds fucked up, but like, so I listen to all my shit on Wi-Fi when I'm listening to like stuff on the cloud. But I download when something really impresses me. I download it on my Apple Music, and I'll listen to it to save data because I'm cheap. I'll listen to it on downloaded only library mode.
Yeah.
I just got unlimited internet, and I still do this though.
Damn.
Or
right.
unlimited
It's a
data. And I
habit.
still
It's a
do this.
habit.
It's a habit,
Can't
and
break
I like having it there in case my shit doesn't connect.
Yeah.
And that's the real difference. When I talk about that bar, that like, yo, this would make it a song worth that. That's where I want it to match. And like Cuddy honestly made it not hit that bar. If he had a strong feature on there, I would really like that song.
Yeah.
Like if SZA was on there, bro, I would have been like, fuck, bro.
This
Download.
download. This was something I was thinking about listening to the whole album. I think a lot got taken away from this album due to COVID because we're not out clubbing or partying. I'm not saying that's what I'd be doing, but going out and hanging out with some friends, going boating, doing all these things, like going out or even going to a Halloween party, having these things. Like, it took a lot away because you can't make the memories with these songs.
You're not at home by yourself, like, girl, you're by
With the
yourself.
temptation.
Be by
You know
yourself.
what I mean? I'm not doing that, you know? Like,
You're afraid to be by yourself.
because I already got music that I do that to by myself. You know what I mean? This didn't make that jump. So I know what you mean. It's a bar, but
There's
I
a
really
bar.
think there is something to say about having this type of music and not being able to tie it to a memory.
Yo, right after Temptations, we get another interlude.
Yeah,
We get Serpent
I didn't
with
really
Feet.
fuck with it.
And the name, honestly, like, it wasn't, like, it sounds okay as an outro for Temptations, but honestly, I just wish that it was just an outro for Temptations added at the end of Temptations then. It didn't do anything for Spicy for me at all. Like, it didn't serve as, like, an introduction to Post or anything like that, unless I'm unaware.
Yeah,
Or something.
I'm not.
You know what I mean? Like,
No,
it really, it was, I guess, over my head. Fuck it.
And if I'm missing something, let us know. If there's something
Yeah, if
about
the
that.
serpent with feet really is
something
like
more.
something that I'm missing, then I guess that's that. But it goes straight into Spicy. I used to not like Post, and this is funny. I think
White Album
Post-
Sun. You didn't like White Album Sun?
I was all right with it. It wasn't like crazy to me. I thought he was like, he's gonna, he'll be out
Fade
of here
away.
soon. You know what I mean? He is slowly becoming like the white Ty Dolla $ign, in the sense that like he is just on anything everywhere.
He is. I mean, he gets a lot of flack for what he said to the music. I know Flex. I will speak for Flex here. He hates Post Malone. You know what
Does
I
he?
mean? Yeah. Last time we talked about it, he said that like I think it was in regards to Post's comments about not, if you don't want to listen to music with emotions, hip hop's not what you listen to. You don't feel emotions with hip hop.
I forgot.
I just don't
I-
listen
I-
to
I-
him.
I don't know if he hates
I don't think
Post,
he means that.
but I know that I do remember that conversation though.
He's
Yeah.
very radio.
Yeah, I do remember that
Very
conversation. And specifically when that happened, that did rub me
A wrong way.
But didn't he come back and talk about it again?
was out of
though?
context.
Didn't he talk about it again though? And also that was another sense of the media, like trying to make an enemy of him,
Or divide.
or divide. Because I don't know. It seems like he's a cool guy. People seem to fuck with him and be
Ghost
kicking it
Hunters.
with
If
him.
you watch his Ghost Hunters episodes, that shit's hilarious.
Like, I slowly have been like, you know what, I'm cool with hearing him as a feature in that Ty Dolla $ign way, where I'm like, oh, cool, because like he killed it on the Sean album on Wolves. Like,
Yeah.
I was raised by. Fucking
Did you guys ever hear of Spooky Black?
yo,
That's
Spooky Black.
I heard Spooky Black before I heard White Iverson, and I don't know if Post you heard that sound and was like, I can do that sound.
I can do that.
But Spooky, you better go try to get some credit for that.
It's too late now.
Fuck.
Too little, too late.
But
bro.
Oh, Spooky Black. Was it that dude in the do-rag?
Yeah, and it
Oh,
looked like
no.
something that like your homie found on your computer and just leaked to the internet.
You're like,
You know
no,
what I mean?
why you do
But
that to
but
me,
like,
dog?
But at the same time, you're like,
He
this shit
has
slaps.
no
You know what I
waves.
mean? Well, yeah, you can't wave shake him, but that was a slap though.
Yeah.
It was, and
We
but
could talk about YouTube kind of underground stars that kind of didn't have enough backing to.
man, I'll go
Make
find
it
It's too
sound-
much, man. We come from the YouTube era, man. We birthed in the YouTube university.
There's so many people.
But White
Spooky
Iverson,
Black.
like I said, we were just talking about Psycho. I really like that song.
Really?
Yeah, Psycho with Ty and Post.
What's the song with one of the Migos on it? Celebration.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. That was my thing.
That was when I was like, I'm really on the fence about this fool, man.
We'll listen to Psycho after this.
How do you feel about the overall like flow of the album though?
It wasn't
because we
cohesive.
go straight into track six, and that's what I mean. It's like I'm like, damn, I forgot this is like the album that I'm going through it. We already talked about track 6 though, and that's a great fucking track. If the whole album was just like crazy, different like that, awesome.
Very experimental. I think it still is, but it also, with experiments, you're gonna have some failures.
Some artists, I don't know. Some people like to play it safe in the sense that like you'll get a bag, but like that's why I love Kanye so much, man. It's like he's not afraid to just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna just fucking break the ceiling and
That
just do
man's-
some shit.
That man's bag is well, I guess even
Like
when his
it's
bag
secured,
wasn't
but it
secured.
doesn't matter. Like he's just like fuck it, fuck it. The different sound will drive the industry. Like
Jesus.
the game just caught up to 808s and Heartbreak.
Yeah.
Like I really feel that. Like the game
I
just
love
caught up to
808s and
that,
Heartbreaks.
and like he's one of the best. Bro, he's one of the best artists ever. I don't give a fuck. Like
Like even having that Cause
He's
album
a
work.
presidential candidate.
bro, but forget that. That's what I mean though. That's what I was talking about like artists are
how-
so powerful now that we have
That's
that there's
crazy.
like political pull out there if you're large enough. But before that, Kanye, man, everybody needs to give him his roses now before he's gone, because like man is one of the most influential artists of all time. Like in the way that, you know,
would
Dilla
say
that
so.
Dilla is remembered. Like I really hope people fucking are painting murals of Kanye with his MPC when the day comes, you know.
Dude, I really think Ye's been the most influential artist of my lifetime.
Really,
I'll
of
say
a
that.
lifetime. That's crazy.
I mean, mind you, I'm just about to hit, 30, but thinking back when I was like 10, 12, right? Fucking just killing it.
There could be a new artist though that you listen to starting tomorrow until
That
you're
run though, and
90 years
what
old.
he did with fashion, what he
That
did with
run was
sampling.
stupid.
No.
Remember when everyone's talking about sampling?
And the lives that he's touched, man, people don't talk about that. Like
Virgil,
like,
he birthed these
I know
all-
that there's a lot of controversial relationships that people talk about with him too, but like he's friends with so many fucking artists who he's given them amazing opportunities with, and like Ty Dolla $ign as an example, like everyone who works with him grows to do amazing fucking things.
Yep. Chance.
Yeah.
Virgil.
Virgil's crazy, yeah. Virgil's going crazy.
Yeah.
From like
He took.
he got his dream job.
He
The LV
yeah.
fucking director.
He's like, I was a Louis Vuitton Don.
He's like, yo, I'm the Don now.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm
When
the
he said that
captain
I
now.
got the fucking two, he's like, who's got two thumbs and a Louis Vuitton deal? He's like, this guy. I just remember fucking Ye just so ahead of his time. I mean, I've only, man.
He really opened that door for rappers to be super influential like that. And he wasn't the first person to open the door. I feel like it's a sequence of doors, starting with, in my opinion, the, what's it called? The Big Daddy Kanes, and then, the Run DMCs, and then leading into even the B-Boys and shit. They had their own Flash and Steez, and then leading into the Diddy and the Biggie and the Pac. Pac had a different type of Steez. Pac brought an energy, I feel like, to the game.
Yeah, Ye kinda
And then, he brought that energy of like, I just don't give a fuck. Like, and
does it?
And then fucking Big and Diddy were on that, can't stop, won't stop. But they were fucking on that
Hustle.
fucking low key like rap great Gatsby shit, looking so fly. And then, we got the Cam'rons. Like, people just open doors slowly, but Kanye was a big door pushing forward artistically and for power to artists. Remember when Kanye was like, Bush hates black people?
Dude, I remember that was probably one of the most vivid news watchings I've ever seen. Because I remember, I'm like, damn, look at all this shit going on in Katrina. And all of a sudden, he's just like,
I feel like he started
George Bush.
people
scared.
out making
Just
outbursts
on live
Yeah.
TV.
I know they cut. Even Chris Tucker
That
was
that
like,
video was hilarious.
anyway, you know what I mean? Because they just cut to him. I do believe that people, if you aren't a Ye fan or new to Ye and only heard the latest Ye, when he was starting up, I mean, he was just a producer. They wanted him to just be a producer. They didn't want him to rap. And he was fucking wearing polos when really everything was double XL jerseys. So even getting the shine there, right? And what's crazy is to watch everyone from double X jerseys go straight into pink polos, wearing double Lacoste
Hey,
polos
bro,
and polo pos.
When late registration dropped, bro, I remember going to school shopping with my mom, and I bought this canary yellow and this fucking light pink polos.
The hell,
And my mom was like, "You're not gonna wear these," and I was like, "Bet your ass I'm gonna wear these."
Damn right, man.
Obviously, I didn't say ass. I would have fucking what, but I was like, "You bet I'm gonna wear these.
Yeah,
They're
but-
hard."
Yeah, this is hard.
She was like, "Those are not hard."
That's usually what parents are like. Yeah, what are these kids doing nowadays?
And then Babe, you know what I mean? And then just like even, LRG's about to drop
Oh,
that Dead Serious hoodie again.
What?
Yeah, they're redoing it. What's
That's
funny because I
crazy.
almost copped one on Grail that was my
Oh,
size
gee.
a year ago, and I was like, there was a small stain, and I was like, nah, I can't do it.
Yo, I mean, back to the album. That's why I was really disappointed that it was I don't even know what word to use. In the box, or I guess quote unquote safe.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I guess where it's everything you expected, which sounds fucked up to not be happy with. That sounds messed up to not be happy with.
You're
like,
supposed to blow my expectations away, not meet them.
that sounds crazy.
Yeah.
That sounds rude and crazy.
I think we had more hype for this in our heads than.
Yeah,
than
I
we
think that's what it
realized.
is.
I think so.
I didn't realize that, I guess.
He should
But
have made
in that sense,
it cut in half.
Kanye, at least if I don't like a Ye project, it's usually because it's so jarring. It's so different. I'm like, what the fuck is
I
this?
thought about killing you today.
Yeah, like I'm like, holy shit, you're fucking off right now. You're not well. But this, I was just like, I guess like this song makes sense. This one did disappoint me though. Freak. I thought that was fucking Future on the chorus. I gotta freak. I gotta freak. I gotta freak.
I just
was
told
like,
him earlier before the show I thought that was Future too.
Yeah.
That is one of the worst fucking songs I've heard in so long.
But you know what's crazy? Because if the club scene was going, I guarantee that shit would bump in the club.
I gotta freak.
Yeah.
I gotta freak.
I'm telling y'all, man. Can you imagine that goes on? Because we know it and it's a terrible song, but since it's so simple, you bet, oh yeah. Freak.
He sounds
You
like
want to go to
he
church?
sounds
don't
like
you?
a
Yeah, I wanna go to
like a
church.
like a kid being selfish with his toys. He's like, I gotta freak. And I'm like, dude, it's just fucking. It's weird. It's a weird fucking song, and it sounds weird, but somehow the song would be more acceptable with worse artists on it. I'm like, if Future and Tyga were on this song, I somehow would be more okay with its existence. I would be like, oh yeah, this song makes sense. Like this shit makes sense to me.
Future literally has this following where he can do anything. And like, that's a fucking slap.
Yeah, it's
And
true.
I'm like, is it? I guess for
Like,
Future.
la-di-da-di-da. It's not on my number.
He ruined it, bro. Everyone on that song was going in, and then he just like,
He killed it though. I liked it.
he liked it. You know what I
It was
mean?
a
Like,
vibe.
yeah.
Oh my god.
A lot of these songs sounded the same though.
Yeah, Double R was super forgettable. Expensive was like,
Dude,
it
you
was
like
it was a safe song.
But Nicki went in.
Nikki, I really appreciated that she just rapped. There was none of that like. When I pull up with a rasta.
Oh no!
Like none of the like,
Oh.
none of like the crazy Nikki going in.
Like her jugular is just all
Yeah.
weirded
Well,
out.
you know, she
and-
just gave birth. She's probably
She's like hella calm. She's like, can I just like rap this one? He's like, I guess.
And
He's
she
like,
she did spit. Though.
I liked her verse the first time
It's
in
like
a
old,
long
it was like
time.
old Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
It wasn't that rah rah like a thunder dragon. It wasn't that Nikki.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, but is that a bad thing that there's so many different types? I think so in that sense. I
A
don't
bad
know.
thing? I don't know, man.
I wish I
I
could
just
get Monster
appreciate-
Nicki every fucking song, but
She wasn't just like, let me put this pussy on your sideburn.
why? But back then, I guess
Yeah,
everyone
why
had.
would you
kind
want it
of
right there though?
They had the lineup, the chin strap lineup.
So I
God.
it would
Everybody
only
was-
work,
everybody
though,
was
if
doing
it
the
right
Method Man?
here.
Yeah, they did. But I mean, really, right? I think that was a big thing. Bro. So I know I'm not gonna front when everyone was doing that. I'm like, damn, I can't even grow a beard.
I wish I could grow
I wish
that.
I could grow that.
Yo, so
Liven
we
it
got
up.
another fucking interlude. Burner Boy. That's crazy. I'd be like, yo, there's just so many interludes, and this one's just so dull. It's just like light singing. There's just no point to it. And like that's what's crazy is that the album would have been better just without the interludes alone.
I like how the only interlude feeling song or like track on there wasn't even an interlude, and it led into like more tracks down Dr. CB. But
I think what throws me off too is like they
I
have
like the Dr. CB thing. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry about that. No, you good.
they have Tyrone 2021 with Big Sean right after,
I
right?
fuck with that song.
And then though you have 3 straight song. Oh no, I guess not. I didn't even see. It's still free TC. Sorry, I didn't see that for some reason.
You're good. What were you saying? The 3 straight songs.
A
Of
3
what?
straight song with Mustard producing. It's like, why you really didn't get Sean on a Mustard? You know what I mean?
I fucked with the Mustard track. That real
That's what I'm
life,
saying, all 3 of
except
them.
for the first line is a little. It's just a little disconnected in the sense where it's like where he's like, cops still killing niggas in real life. and then what does he say next? He's like, just sign a eight figure deal in real life.
Yo, but
it's
that's
like
his struggle.
I know, but that's what I mean. Is like he didn't need that first line. It was really like when I first heard the first line, I was like, oh shit, we're getting deep. I thought it was gonna be like some Lil Baby, like it's bigger than black and white. It's our problem with the whole way of life. I was like, oh shit, he's about to just go off. I was like, okay, let's get it. And then he was like, just sign up. Yeah, exactly. Then he's just like, just sign fucking. Just got at least 10 mil, and he's like, but I'm talking about all these problems for one bar. That's all the movement gets is one bar. And I'm not saying that it should have been a political song, but in that sense, like, and I'm calling back to like the old A$AP Rocky interview he did a long time ago. He's like, I don't talk about politics in my music, not because I don't care, but he's like, because people don't come to my music to listen to politics.
Yeah.
I didn't come to listen to politics, so it was like weird to get that first bar and be like, oh, okay, we're going there. And he's like, nah, man, actually, I just signed a fat check, though. Like,
Get this bag real quick.
He's like, yeah, niggas is dying, but I just signed a fucking bag. Like, it's a little weird. The contradiction, like, the whole contradiction of that energy was weird for me when I first came into the song. But the beat is a fucking bop.
It is.
And, like,
The Mustard songs are slapping.
in the same way that, like, the first time you heard fucking, what is it, Pusha on I'm So Appalled? The first time that you heard Pusha on I'm So Appalled, it just fit. It was like a fucking shoe fitting perfect for the first time, being like, holy shit, these are my favorite shoe for the next fucking year. Yeah. There's only few moments, I feel like, where I listen to the song and it's just like, whoa, man, this is it. The same way that, like, Andre killed International Players Anthem, bro. Sean bodied this fucking song. It was just perfect for him.
It's
highlights. That's what I mean. And the highlights of this album came in the form of his features, which almost is like so perfect because he named the album fucking featuring Ty Dolla $ign. So like the highest moments of the album definitely came from those big peak moments, like Anderson going off, and then Big Sean went off on here. I really like Cornrow Big Sean, man. He's a new energy.
Oh man.
Also, he's fucking yoked out of nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? What are you eating, bro? What does Gene cook for you?
He really is Big Sean now.
Big Sean now.
Big Sean.
To add a G to that. Big Sean. I do it.
Yeah.
I do it.
No.
He's like, no,
Boy.
I did it.
Yeah, he's gonna change. He's not gonna stop saying boys and say man.
Yeah.
Man.
I did it.
Yeah,
And he stopped doing the catch flow.
Yeah, he's just been. He kind of reminds me of like T Grizzly lately. Like not like T Grizzly, but like he reminds me more of Detroit scene rappers.
Yeah.
I heard his feature on a T Grizzly song recently though, and I was like, yo, I fuck with this. I fuck with really, really Detroit Big Sean. Said he's ready to eat again. So
Good.
yeah, let's see it. Like I'm here for it.
He said another 10-year run.
I mean, we'll see it, man. We'll see
He's
if
off
he's
to a
got the
good
fucking
start
gun
with
for
that.
it.
With that
seemed
Freddie
like
Gibbs
almost
thing.
a jog. Because he was
That's the
killing
ammo.
it. I think that's what's weird is like he was killing it and he just kind of hit this stride and he was just like, you know, like I think that's the expectations the culture kind of had because he wasn't a Cole Drake or a fucking Kendrick. You know what I mean? There was a huge expectation with him and Wale. I'm not
Kendrick beef was fucked up because Kendrick didn't even have to battle him. People were just like, "You're not as cold as Kendrick," and they just like little manned him hard the whole time. The whole internet did that battle for him.
Fuck with Sean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the whole internet did that battle for him because they were just like, "Bro, you kidding me? How the fuck people are gonna even compare?"
Yeah, I mean, really though.
Got bar after bar after bar.
I'll be so
He said
mad. I'll be
barcode.
so mad at home.
Damn.
I literally would be sipping fucking whiskey, just fucking in my mansion layer, being like, Kendrick, fucking
My arch
curse you! You didn't even do anything.
A Jay-elect and Kendrick would be a more suitable matchup.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Jay
but
like
take
don't
10
put out
years.
enough shit. Same thing. Kendrick don't even have to respond. He's on that shit. But he's just
they're
like,
on that goat
I'm in my lair. I
status.
don't even have to say anything. Just fucking.
You remember how lit it was when the BT like Cypher freestyles were going and they had TDE and he like talked shit about Drake and everyone's
Yeah.
like, yeah, they about to go in on each other and they never really did, which I was kind of like, fuck.
They probably met up and Drake was like, yeah, I'm a low-key body you though.
Or he saw him and was like, holy shit, you're actually like
No,
6'3",
like
Drake.
body, like kill you. No.
Yeah. Oh.
He's like, man, don't play with the chit-chat things.
He brought out
Kendrick's like, are you Jamaican?
British.
What the fuck are you?
Would you guys ever watch Top Boy?
No.
It's good shit.
What is
Watch
that?
Top Boy. It was basically like the British version of The Wire. And then fucking lately Drake like paid to like have a new like Top Boy like renew it.
Oh, what
basically.
the fuck?
So
He loves it.
yeah.
Oh
But I think that's where he gets all his fucking slang.
Hey, we better stay away from those fucking young actresses. That fool. I'm a mentor.
Oh god.
I was in Degrassi.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yo, Murda killed that Tyrone 2021 beat though. Speaking of Drake, it didn't give me quite the same as what's that one song with the Lauryn Hill sample? Nice for what?
Yeah.
That it like ever since that song, Murda's really been on his shit though.
Yeah.
And Murda's always been on his shit mainstream wise, but like I really like when he's really on his R&B sample chops and shit. This Tyrone 2021 was dope, bro. It was crazy. I know we were just talking about Sean's in it too, and like I already said enough about that, but I don't know, just crazy beat. And then you were like, he goes into that run with Mustard, and then we were talking about Taylor Gang also. I think that's why I was surprised to find out that he was on Taylor Gang, because I actually thought he was 10 Summers.
I did too. I'm not gonna front.
He doesn't do anything with Taylor Gang. It sounds like, except for
Or Nah remix. That's all I remember. Or Nah remix. And Wiz just fucking laughing his ass off in the beginning. I'm not even gonna
I can't even attempt.
I thought about it.
I can't do the Wiz laugh, bro, but I know what you mean. It's iconic.
There's no Taylor Gang artists on this album.
But you didn't want that Chevy Woods feature, bro?
I'll get that Currency, bro. Currency's a spitter.
I don't think he's on Taylor Gang.
I know, but he's the closest thing.
He's a Philly.
It's the only
affiliation,
right?
But
I would take the Currency
with Drake.
I would take the Currency
The
feature,
OVO XO.
Like, wait, Mac wasn't either, right? He fucked with him heavy, right?
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
Mac wasn't, but he was. I think at one point he was on Rostrum Records though.
Oh.
I think at one point they were label mates.
Okay.
For like a brief
That's
window.
crazy.
And that's crazy, man. Talk about legacy. Rest in peace, Mac Miller, man.
Always.
You were fucking missed. For
Rest in
real.
power, man.
Your energy would be really nice right now. Fucking, I don't want to take too much time on this album anymore, but, bro, the rest of it didn't hit too much until I got to Universe. Like, I really like when he just sings, and, like, it just had such a good energy, and it made me grateful for the grind, like, in my own life. Like, we talk about just, like, the universal energy and, like, the pull of things. Like, that's really, I would have fucked with an album like that. I know that sounds picky. Like, I shouldn't be picky on that level. I mean,
You just take that highlight.
I deserve. But that's what I expected, kind of. Like, it was a highlight for me. Kalani was strong as support, like when they started harmonizing at the end and everything. Like,
I told you, I gotta think for duets right now, man. I don't know what it is.
It was right after the Janae Aiko song too. That she went in on her song.
But that song was so corny. You ain't really afraid to be by yourself. By yourself.
Yeah, they should have just done.
She killed the song.
She killed it, but
Nothing
that
like
chorus
your exes
so
together.
fucking.
They should have done nothing like your exes. That's what Janae should have been on.
That song it would go off in the club. I think there is a disconnect with that. Like, nothing like your exes.
You're like, oh yeah.
But that's a perfect example of like, you don't even really care about his singing. Like, he's not really like belting it, but that's exactly the wow. He's a fool. Ooh yeah, he's a fool.
I haven't heard him do that in a while.
He does that on some of them.
Like the Lift Me Up song?
It sounds like a Thug song, and it gets me hyped like a Thug song.
Definitely.
So I kind of do, but it's really misplaced in that sense too. This sounds like a fucking mixtape.
Well, I think what I like but don't like, it has something for everyone. Because he has been on.
He's got a crazy fan base though. Is the thing I thought about that too. Is like, damn, how do you pinpoint? And it's hard for artists too. How do you pinpoint which part of your fan base to target?
Yeah.
Do you try to hit it all? And I think he really tried to hit it all. And in that point, I think he cast kind of too wide of a net where like it really doesn't stick anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard with that.
Your Turn was fucking sick.
You like that?
Music Soul Child was so nice.
Yeah, that shit was nice. Definitely. I don't know. The rest was just like, if I could explain it right, it's like background music. The rest of the album really like I really didn't have much more to say about it. It just kind of like it reminded me of some background music. Like I could turn it off. I don't have like crazy negative things to say about it. I'm not like this is a bad album. I wouldn't be like turn that shit off. But it was safe. It was in the box. It didn't push the envelope of what I know of Ty Dolla $ign and it didn't push the envelope, I think, of the culture really.
I agree. I mean, I was working. I do construction right now, and I was working, and I had this album playing, and there wasn't really a point. At least these songs that you're talking about, I actually really liked the Dr. CB kind of. It was more of like an interlude of it than anything. That was just Young Thug rapping on that song.
Fuck, bro, I like Thugger.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, and then it dropped into that Gunna song. But what I was saying is, it was kind of like just background music. I kind of was just vibing to it. It kind of did flow though, in terms of like each song kind of just progressed, and I was just like,
well, yeah, well, that's what I mean. Is like it wasn't cohesive.
Really wasn't like hitting.
Like the themes weren't cohesive really in the sense that I was like, oh shit. That's why, man, it felt like a mixtape, but it flowed in the way like a mixtape too, where like it could just play. Yeah. Like the first time you heard 1999 by Joey Badass, you know, that's different caliber. Also, that's a fucking 10. Yeah. But like you can just let that play on shuffle and it'll flow. And I can let this album play on shuffle and it's including the intros and shit. They literally are so vague, they can be at any point and it would still work.
Yep. I felt the same about Astroworld, and I think I liked Astroworld a lot.
It can be a strength for sure. If every song is a fucking banger,
yeah,
that's definitely a strength. If you can put it on shuffle and it doesn't affect the listening quality, that's great. But also the listening quality has to be A1 to begin with. And I think that's what this album is kind of missing, is that like not every song is of that quality where I want to put it on shuffle. But it's background music in the sense that I guess if it is on shuffle, I won't be annoyed. It's not terrible music. It's just sitting there. I don't know if I had it like
it's mids.
If I had to give it a score, I'd be like, it's like a 3.
Same.
I give it a 4.
Really?
I give it a 3.5. Actually,
I give it a 4
because I liked it.
It gives everyone something to listen to. I think one thing I need to start doing too with albums that we're reviewing is, when did they really make this?
Like, I think he's been working on this one for a minute.
Because I mean, Temptations, like I remember I was like, oh, Kid Cudi and Skrillex. That's weird that Skrillex is producing a song with fucking Ty, but whatever. You know what I mean? And that leaked back in March.
That's crazy.
So it's like, was this music supposed to be like pre-COVID? Like we about to go on some bangers all summer. You know what I mean? Just go in for the summer, and then COVID.
Hopefully it will last long enough to when maybe things do start opening up, like the clubs and shit. It will hit
There is
hard.
music that happens to happen like that.
A lot of music comes out and then blows up later. Like She Don't by LMA. That song had such a long run.
Oh yeah.
I love that fucking song though. Oh my god. I wish that I like all her other radio songs are bangers too, but I don't know how that one's not the most played. That's the fucking
sadly
because everyone loves Buddha.
I don't think this album's gonna.
You can't
stay.
ever go wrong with Buddha.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. I give it 4 just because I really think that he got something for everybody here, and that's hard to do. Whether it's not what I wanted, because you're right. Like I think I set expectations because I was like, he's about to fucking murder everything, and it was like, no, he didn't.
I think I'm sitting at a 3 just for myself.
Yeah.
But I see what you mean from a point of marketability. Like looking at that is definitely a different picture, you know, and thinking about every single person out there. I'm being selfish and I'm saying fuck it.
But that's your opinion. Exactly. I'm just thinking that if that's what his goal was to do, especially by naming the album featuring $, like just showcasing everything you've done / do with sounds you got.
It's like a mixtape album. I guess if that's your goal, yeah. I guess on to other new shit, man. Sean's been active a lot. He was on that album too. He just dropped his album, and he just did another song with fucking Hit Boy and Gibbs, man. That fucking four things, bro. You have to hear it ASAP. We don't want to talk it too much.
Is it like out?
It's out, yeah.
Was that like the music video for it?
Yeah, that was the music video.
Or was that the preview?
Damn, it's dropped a music video right off the bat.
I swear that wasn't. No, it wasn't.
I don't think it's gonna be. I
Obviously,
don't know if it's gonna be a project.
The music, the song.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You know, I don't think they're gonna have the skits in it on Apple Music and shit like that. But yeah, dude, I like the comedy one. I would love to see Freddie on some TV shit. Like I would love to see him in some skits in the future or on. I mean, I guess I don't know if people still do things with Comedy Central. I guess not, man. You gotta hit up Netflix, man. Netflix need to hit up Freddie.
Man, he was
for that
doing
bag.
his thing.
For that
he
bag.
He had his kid in the video, still rapping.
I know, dude. I love
So funny.
I love that energy, man. His kid is fucking adorable, bro. I hope that he grows up to be a dope rapper too. But I really want a Hit Boy and Gibbs album, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it will be. I think it already is solidified as maybe the best like rapper and producer collaboration run ever. Just not a lot of people go on them, I guess. But bro, he's got in the past 5 years, he's done a Kenny Beats album, 2 Madlib albums, a project with Alchemist alone, a project with Alchemist and fucking Currency, and then a couple of his own projects.
Yeah.
Like, the run is fucking crazy, mad underrated.
Oh,
And all
It's
these
respected, though.
Griselda features.
Oh yeah, he's got good good rapport with like everyone in the fucking game right now,
just
like,
rapping ass.
except for Young Jeezy. Like, him and Jeezy had their beef a long time ago, and I don't think they ever settled that
It's
shit.
probably squashed,
But
maybe, hopefully.
I don't think so. Fuck that shit though. I don't give a fuck.
It's
Gibbs all
up, it's
day.
stuck.
Gibbs all day. Fuck it. Nah, Jeezy a legend though for our generation for sure. But Gibbs definitely came out the winner on that long term. It's crazy. You know that him and Sean were on the same freshman class together?
T.I. over Jeezy, though.
Really?
Yeah. For real, for real.
Wow.
Like, that's crazy. That was
Wait,
10
what
years
class
ago.
were they?
That was 10 years ago, 2010.
2010?
They were in the same
damn.
freshman class together. That's crazy. I think, was that Asher also and fucking Cuddy? Was that 2010?
I think so.
That's crazy.
Sidebar, I do think that T.I. over Jason.
Yeah, of course, T.I.
When
over
I gave
Jeezy.
you guys that list in the chat, I was like, man, look at that list.
T.I. over
You
Jeezy.
You're telling me that somebody's really banging with that
And
list?
you missed, like, whatever you like.
Yeah,
Like, man,
all that
he
shit.
has some hits.
Yeah, yeah, it's got
on
hits.
deck, Tron
Hits on
on
deck.
ice.
Got motherfuckers trying tequila for the first time, and
Can I get Patron on ice, please? Like
Yeah.
Tip said.
damn,
The Mr. Tip.
The Mr. Tip.
tip.
Yo, but I want that album bad, bro. The Hit Boy album would really solidify Gibbs as a goat. Like, I know that sounds like maybe a little. People think that that's early to call, but I mean, when you read that list back, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah. I will listen to that. But speaking of cohesiveness and having a son and shit like that, like, what do you guys think about Joyner?
The Joyner album, honestly, bro, that shit was corny to me.
Corner Lucas.
That sounds fucked up, but I'm saying it.
I love the message, though.
I'm
Don't
saying
get
it
me
as
wrong.
a
I respect
fan.
him as a man.
I used to be a big Joyner fan.
Even
you know
as
that?
even as I mean, I liked his stuff. I mean, right when he came out with Will, that was when he kind of just started this little corny little run, kind of.
Yeah.
You didn't like Will?
It's a reach, bro.
It's a reach. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, Will's a reach.
It's a reach,
He got Will
bro.
on the track.
He
which
got
is
Will
cool.
on the track, man.
That's what made
That's
it cool.
a Fresh Prince.
But Will
I think a
didn't
lot
even-
of people don't realize
Yeah.
Fresh Prince.
In Will's verse, he didn't even like shout out Joyner at all. He shouted out his idols.
Bro, Fresh Prince fucking...
Will Smith was like, "Yeah, thanks for giving me clout on your song, bro."
I just remember Will Smith was just on everything. He was a
The
man
video
in
was
black.
really well executed for Will, but that's what it was. It was on some media shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I
and
can see that.
like, I don't know. Maybe this is just, and it does get him money, and he's got. This is where it gets conflicted as a fan. I really like that 100 album that he did. Some people really don't like it. I get that it's a cup of tea. I was in a really dark place when it dropped, so like One Lonely Night and songs like that, like I was getting fucking faded, alone some nights, alone just thinking my thoughts and
Yeah.
like bumping albums like that and being like, man, this guy, like he's really, he's really connected emotionally on that sense, and I really fucking appreciated that.
Yep.
And I don't think he's lost that, because he's definitely still a good writer, but man, the message is so drilled in now, like, you know what I mean? Like that one song when he's like black owned, black blah blah blah, like everything is like I fucking get it, bro. And like there's a balance and a way to do it. Like someone who usually does it really well is Black Thought. I know that we ragged on the album recently a little bit, but like most of his career, Black Thought is really good at
Walking that line.
walking that line of delivering an amazing message, but barring the fuck out and saying crazy shit. And Joyner really just got super corny with this one. Like that song Snitch, that shit's corny, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's hard. Somehow the beat goes hard, and like he's rapping. I'm gonna be honest. Like, yes, he's rapping hard. I guess if you want to say like the verses, like he's going in. I guess he's going in. You can say.
Yeah.
But it's like, do I want to run that back? It reminds me of the Eminem fucking albums, right? The past 2 Eminem albums, where it's like, do I want to fucking listen to this more than once?
He went under the wrong wing, man.
The school skits were a little corny, but it transitioned so smooth.
They're
That
the
very
worst.
first-
They're the worst skits I've heard. I was gonna put a year date on it. I was gonna say past 5 years, past 10 years.
Ever.
I actually don't
Ever.
know the time span. I don't know the last set of skits
Yeah, I don't know.
that pissed me off so hard.
It's terrible acting.
Instant
Terrible
skips.
acting. Who the fuck did you pay?
That girl.
Did you owe someone
that,
a favor?
That
Well, we
teacher's
don't-
voice
yeah.
was so annoying.
That's what I mean.
But it went into Evolution really hard. I think Evolution went well. One thing that rubbed me the wrong way when I get it, it was very open of him to say, but when he said that he's tired of arguing with less educated people.
I mean, is that disconnected, or is that just him being truthful? And that's part of the thing that I used to appreciate about him was his honesty. But it's like I don't even know what you're saying for honesty or for fucking shock value anymore.
Because I really think that like we should be amongst each other, and even if you do feel like somebody's uneducated, at least show them your point of view, tell them what's going on, and I think that will make the world a better place.
Yeah, if you help people grow, even 0.1%, as long as they're not saying some stupid, racist, fucked up, dehumanizing, need to break your jaw type of shit.
If you're talking to somebody who's actually listening,
Yeah.
there's no reason for you to just, you know,
I'm
what I
not gonna be like, damn, you really don't get what I'm saying, you dumb motherfucker. Fuck you then.
I mean, I
Terrible.
think especially
That's
with this
ignorant.
younger generation, you just, like you said, this message is being drilled into you. He kind of just, every song is almost just like,
Every song is just like,
it's some message, and it's just,
you know how you don't when you
my
see
attention
a
span
Kendrick song,
can't do it.
Yeah, you know when you see like a new Kendrick song and the title could be like Black, but you don't know what the song actually will be about. It could be about some crazy shit. In this album, it was like everything was exactly what it was named. Like, and I'm not.
A little too literal.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Like
snitch.
you're wearing a blazer jacket. It's like if the song was called Blazer Jacket.
Blazer
but
jacket.
instead of there being like a deep meaning to it or anything, it's just like, I'm in
wearing
my
that
blazer
blazer
jacket.
jacket.
Just like
Yeah,
corny
yeah.
kind of in that way.
Yeah.
I liked Zim Zimmer, but I don't know if I like it enough to go back to it. I'm not a BMW owner. Maybe that would hit a little harder. If I
Zim
fucking
Zimmer.
if I owned a fucking Beamer, then maybe it would hit a little different.
I'd almost just like him just rapping the slower way. And
I think the
saying
game
some
killed
dope
it.
The
message.
game killed it. I thought he was retiring though.
Yeah, I mean,
He probably paid a little.
We know how rap retirement goes,
Yeah,
man.
rap
No one
retirement.
retires for more than a
He
year.
wakes up one day and he probably just
there has to
Spent
be
too
like
much at
real
somewhere.
retirement.
I mean, it is no disrespect, fucking huge RIP to Nip, but Game is on that shit where like he'll wake up, he'll retire 1 week, then next week he'll fucking be like, I'm rapping again for Nip,
yeah,
like, and I actually love the Game. He's one
I fuck
of
with
my favorites because I grew up with him.
underrated as fuck.
Underrated as fuck. I can see why people have their issues with him, but I really think that that's just him being himself. Like he's really just a real ass crazy fucking dude. He's also the size of a fucking bear.
California Bear.
Like, but he did his thing on this album for sure, man. Like, but the rest,
I didn't even
know.
think Ross didn't even do that well.
yeah.
I didn't like the Ross verse that well.
So I mean, go back and listen to like, I'll send you some Joyner music this weekend, and I'll like, and I don't know, man. Just the contrast and seeing him just evolve into this thing. It's funny, like he used to have like beef with Logic because I think he's slowly becoming like the new Logic.
Well, they did the thing with ISIS, that little like break bread song.
I mean, that was cool. That was all right.
I like that one.
That wasn't.
Yeah,
that
was
actually
cool.
wasn't a bad song. You know, they were just like rapping to rap on that song. And I actually think that's my favorite form of Joyner. When he's just rapping to rap, like I really like Ultrasound. Decap produced that too, so that shit is all over the place, like sonically in a good way. And maybe that's it too. Is like all the production really bored the fuck out of me. There was nothing where I
Very
was like,
bland.
holy shit.
yeah,
Produced.
super
I don't even
bland.
care who produced it. That's what I mean. It was one of those albums where I was like, I don't even care. I don't even know who produced this, but good on you for the placement. No bad beats, but I didn't have any moments, and maybe that's because I've been listening to Hit Boy albums and fucking Conway albums and fucking all these crazy production shits with people like The Alchemist and all these high ranking dudes. So it's kind of like I don't know who the fuck is doing the rest on this, but it was very industry standard sounding.
It's just on a new level.
I mean, I'm gonna have to say again. I don't actually think it's lower. I think I'm gonna give this one like a 2.
Yeah, I give it a 2. I've never been Huge fan.
I like straight up won't add any of it to my library at all. I'm
You
not
taking
mad.
it off the cloud too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's going off the
it's
cloud.
Off the cloud worthy. I'm sorry, Joyner.
I give it
I'm
two
sorry,
and a
not
half.
sorry.
I give it 2.5 because we've talked about cohesiveness, and I'm a huge person of cohesiveness. So the album as a project together, I give it 2.5. But
Two and a
am I
half?
gonna run it? Am I gonna run it back? No.
But you think it's average? You think it's all right?
I think it's average. To tell me that that's a bad piece of rap work, I wouldn't tell you.
Is it because of the message is too positive?
I wouldn't even say that. I would just feel like
I think if someone like Kendrick was saying all the same verses, you think it would be better?
No, because there's a level of corniness that no one wants to hear. Like on the same shit, they're like,
I agree.
Lupe kind of lost his fan base for a while because he was talking about corny shit.
yeah.
Like-
He wandered this line where he was like, literally on the he was rap god status to me for a while. He was like, this man is just untouchable on the pen,
Barring out on everything,
on anything and everything.
doing no wrong.
And then he was like, I'm gonna spread this message, and like, it didn't hit.
I think there's a point in making music, and it sounds fucked up. If you're gonna be major or industry in any way, there's a point of when your music is too personal for people to want to keep bumping it. And
feel
like
that way
maybe Joyner does feel all these things about all the like the feelings and the things that he's saying in this album. They're very valid in a human sense. Emotionally, like that's great. It just didn't make a body of work that I want to return to.
And what's weird is a contrasting situation to that is like Coda. I fuck with Coda just
Yeah.
because he's like
Very personal.
very personal, but
But it's so laid back.
and it feels genuine.
And it's not drilled into your fucking head. It's not. If you can zone out and listen to Code of the Friend and just zone out, or you can really listen to it and be like, damn, I'm really relating to my life.
It's my homie.
Yeah, in the homie way. Because he's not drilling it into you, telling you what you should feel though either. Very aggressive.
Right, the whole time you're here listening to the Joyner album, you're like, oh, I should become a better person.
Like,
just
damn
be
man, you're
better,
fucking mad at me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like, why? Yeah,
I'm
my
so
life,
sorry.
my life in a song.
Yo, man. I mean, honestly, it's a little sad to be truthful. I was really hopeful for it. When things like this happen, it makes it does. This is the type of shit that starts to make people fall off my radar, and not like I'm so important. My radar matters.